Have you ever felt the sting of frustration in your relationship? Maybe it was over a forgotten anniversary, a casual comment that struck a nerve, or an argument that escalated from nowhere. In the intricate dance of love, emotions often take center stage, steering us away from understanding and into the whirlwind of fleeting irritations or even deep-seated disappointments. These moments, though common, can chip away at the connection we've built if left unchecked. But what if there were a way to steady yourself amidst these emotional storms? Imagine finding a place of calm clarity where you could respond to challenges with grace instead of impulsive reactions. What if you could nurture a relationship that thrives not despite these challenges, but because of the strength you gain from them? Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has transcended centuries to offer not only profound wisdom, but practical strategies to cultivate harmony, resilience, and purpose in our modern relationships. By embracing the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, we discover actionable tools to strengthen our bonds, transform conflicts into opportunities, and deepen emotional intimacy. These ideas aren't abstract ideals, they are a guide to navigating the complexities of love with composure and intention. Today we'll explore 7 transformative techniques, each offering a new way to approach love, build understanding, and create a relationship that stands firm against life's inevitable challenges. Together, let's uncover how Stoic wisdom can revolutionize the way you connect, care, and grow with your partner. 1. Embrace imperfection, the secret to authentic love. Love, in its most raw and beautiful form, isn't about perfection. Yet how often do we find ourselves chasing this unattainable ideal? We imagine the perfect partner, one who never forgets anniversaries, always understands our feelings, and anticipates our needs without us uttering a word. When reality doesn't align with this fantasy, disappointment creeps in, sowing seeds of frustration and doubt. But what if the key to a truly fulfilling relationship lies not in striving for perfection, but in embracing imperfection? The philosophy of Stoicism offers a powerful lens to reframe how we view our relationships. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This timeless wisdom is a call to love authentically, not in spite of imperfections, but because of them. In love, imperfections are not flaws to be fixed, but unique characteristics to be cherished. Think about the quirks that drew you to your partner in the first place: their endearing laugh, the way they organize their books in an inexplicably chaotic order, or their insistence on re-watching the same movie every few months. These little things, while far from perfect, are what make your partner uniquely them. They form the texture of your shared story, turning a mundane relationship into a vivid, irreplaceable tapestry. The danger of chasing perfection in love lies in its inherent destructiveness. When we focus on what our partner lacks, we shift the energy of the relationship from appreciation to critique. A partner who feels constantly judged may retreat emotionally, creating a distance that neither of you intended. Over time, this insistence on an ideal can lead to resentment, misunderstanding, and a sense of inadequacy that erodes the bond you've built. But imagine a relationship where both people feel fully accepted, not for some unattainable standard, but for their true, imperfect selves. Imagine a love where the focus is not on fixing but on flourishing together. By embracing imperfection, you create an environment where vulnerability becomes a strength and where both partners feel free to grow without fear of rejection. Embracing imperfection isn't just about your partner, it's also about yourself. How many times have you held yourself to impossible standards in your relationship? Perhaps you felt you needed to always say the right thing, look a certain way, or anticipate your partner's every need. This self-imposed pressure can be exhausting and, paradoxically, pull you further from the connection you desire. Stoicism reminds us that imperfection is not a failing, it's a natural part of being human. By forgiving yourself for your own mistakes, you model the grace that invites your partner to do the same. Consider this: the moments of greatest intimacy often arise not from perfection but from imperfection. Think of the laughter that bubbles up when you both forget the punchline to a joke, or the quiet closeness that comes from comforting each other after an argument. These are the moments that deepen your bond, reminding you that love isn't found in flawless execution, but in shared experiences. When you feel frustration creeping in, ask yourself, am I focusing on what's missing or what's already here? Shift your perspective to gratitude. Instead of dwelling on a missed anniversary, appreciate the ways your partner shows love daily, whether it's making you coffee in the morning, listening to your stories after a long day, or simply sharing a smile that warms your heart. These small, imperfect gestures are the true currency of love. In embracing imperfection, you also open the door to resilience. Relationships will inevitably face challenges, misunderstandings, external pressures, or moments of doubt. By accepting that imperfection is part of the journey, you approach these obstacles not with despair, but with a sense of purpose. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow closer, to deepen your understanding of one another, and to reaffirm your commitment to love in its most authentic form. So the next time you find yourself critiquing your partner's quirks or dwelling on their shortcomings, pause. Look deeper. Ask yourself, what makes this person uniquely them? How can I show them love today, just as they are? By doing so, you'll cultivate a relationship grounded in gratitude, acceptance, and joy, a love that celebrates the beauty of imperfection. True love isn't perfect, but it is perfectly human. And that's where its magic lies, too. Focus on what you can control. The key to harmony in love. Love, for all its beauty, often challenges us with moments of tension when plans fall apart, expectations are unmet, or emotions run high. In these moments, it's easy to feel powerless, as though the connection you've built is slipping through your fingers. But Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us a liberating truth. The path to harmony lies in focusing on what you can control and letting go of the rest. Epictetus famously said, "Some things are within our power while others are not." This principle, when applied to relationships, can transform how we navigate even the most difficult situations. You cannot control your partner's actions, emotions, or choices. You can't force them to remember every special occasion, react calmly during disagreements, or meet your every expectation. But what you can control is your own response, and in that lies immense power. Imagine a moment when your partner forgets something important, a task, a promise, or even an anniversary. Frustration bubbles up, and the temptation to lash out feels overwhelming. But take a pause. Can you control what they've forgotten? Likely not. What you can control is how you react. Instead of allowing irritation to dominate the moment, you might respond with understanding, using it as an opportunity to foster a deeper dialogue. This simple shift transforms a potential conflict into a moment of connection. Trying to control your partner often leads to resistance, creating an environment where they feel judged or misunderstood. This doesn't mean you have to suppress your feelings or ignore issues. It means approaching them with clarity and intention. For instance, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you might say, "I feel unheard when we talk about this." By focusing on your own emotions and responses, you invite collaboration rather than defensiveness, building a stronger foundation for mutual understanding. When life throws unexpected disruptions into your relationship, a canceled plan, a miscommunication, or a mistake, your response determines whether the bond grows stronger or weaker. Choosing to adapt, to reframe the situation with patience and grace, creates space for resilience to flourish. If a dinner date is canceled due to a last-minute work commitment, you might pivot the evening into something equally meaningful: a quiet night in, a long walk, or simply taking the opportunity to recharge. This flexibility not only preserves harmony but strengthens your ability to navigate challenges together. At the heart of this practice is acceptance. You cannot control how your partner feels or behaves. You can only control how you show up in the relationship. This realization is freeing. It shifts your focus from trying to shape outcomes to cultivating your own emotional balance and integrity. You strive to be the best partner you can be, not to elicit a specific reaction, but because it aligns with your values. Conflict, too, can take on a different dimension when viewed through this lens. Instead of dwelling on what your partner did or didn't do, you focus inward. How can you de-escalate the situation? How can you communicate more effectively? This doesn't mean avoiding hard conversations. It means approaching them with an open heart and a clear mind, prioritizing the relationship over the need to win. The beauty of this Stoic approach is its simplicity. In moments of tension, ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, redirect your energy toward what is. This practice not only reduces unnecessary stress, but empowers you to bring patience, empathy, and understanding into your relationship. When we stop trying to control others and focus instead on our own actions, relationships flourish. By choosing understanding over blame and patience over frustration, we create a dynamic of respect and freedom where love can thrive. The next time you feel irritation rising, take a deep breath and remind yourself, I can't control them, but I can control me. In that space of control, peace and love find their way. 3. Practice non-reaction. In relationships, disagreements and misunderstandings are inevitable. What defines the health and longevity of a partnership isn't the absence of conflict, but how each person responds to it. Often, arguments escalate because both partners react impulsively, fueled by the heat of the moment. Stoicism offers a transformative practice to navigate these moments non-reaction. Epictetus wisely observed, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This principle is especially powerful in relationships, where emotions can run high. When tensions arise, the instinct to defend, criticize, or retaliate often takes over. Yet, reacting impulsively rarely resolves the issue. Instead, it can deepen wounds and build walls of resentment. Non-reaction, on the other hand, invites us to pause, breathe, and reflect before responding. Imagine a moment when a conversation with your partner takes a sudden turn. Perhaps they criticize you for something seemingly small, or you feel misunderstood during a discussion. The knee-jerk reaction might be to snap back, defend your position, or point out their faults in return. But what if, instead, you took a step back? In that pause, you reclaim your power, refusing to let raw emotion dictate your actions. Practicing non-reaction doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or avoiding the issue. It's about creating space to assess the situation with clarity and compassion. Ask yourself, why is my partner reacting this way? Could there be stress, fear, or frustration behind their words? By shifting your focus from confrontation to understanding, you not only de-escalate the conflict but also demonstrate care for the relationship. This approach fosters a safe and respectful environment where both partners feel heard and valued. When one person chooses not to engage in reactive behavior, it sets the tone for calmer, more thoughtful communication. Over time, this practice strengthens trust. As both partners learn, they can navigate challenges together without fear of emotional explosions. Non-reaction is not about passivity, it's about deliberate action. In some cases, choosing not to respond immediately can prevent unnecessary hurt. For example, if your partner says something harsh in a moment of frustration, responding with anger might escalate the situation. However, pausing to consider their perspective or calmly expressing how their words affected you can lead to a more constructive resolution. This practice also allows you to reflect on your own triggers. Why did a particular comment or action provoke such a strong emotional response? Often, our reactions are shaped by past experiences, insecurities, or unmet expectations. By pausing to examine these underlying factors, you gain deeper self-awareness and the ability to approach future conflicts with greater emotional resilience. Over time, non-reaction cultivates a sense of stability and peace in the relationship. It teaches you to choose your battles wisely, focusing on what truly matters rather than getting swept up in minor irritations. This approach doesn't mean ignoring issues, it means addressing them from a place of thoughtfulness rather than impulsiveness. Think of non-reaction as a momentary pause that allows love to take precedence over ego. In that space, you can remind yourself of your commitment to the relationship, your partner's humanity, and the shared goal of understanding and harmony. It's a simple yet profound practice that has the power to transform not only how you handle conflict, but also how deeply you connect with your partner. The next time you find yourself on the brink of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath. Let the moment settle. Then ask yourself, how can I respond in a way that nurtures rather than harms? By practicing non-reaction, you pave the way for healthier, more compassionate communication and a love that endures even in the face of challenges. 4. See challenges as opportunities. Relationships, no matter how strong, are bound to encounter challenges, misunderstandings, compromises, or the strain of external pressures. These moments can feel overwhelming, even threatening, as they test the foundations of your bond. But what if, instead of fearing these difficulties, you saw them as opportunities? Stoicism teaches us to reframe challenges not as obstacles to happiness, but as pathways to growth and deeper connection. In the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we are reminded that adversity is not an impediment, it is the way forward. This perspective is invaluable in love. Each disagreement, however painful in the moment, is an invitation to better understand each other's thoughts, needs, and boundaries. Every external stressor, be it financial strain, family conflict, or career pressures, becomes a test of your collective resilience and a chance to strengthen the partnership you've built. When a challenge arises, the instinct may be to withdraw, blame, or react defensively. But in those moments, pause and ask yourself, how can this experience help us grow stronger together? By shifting your mindset from viewing hardships as threats to seeing them as shared opportunities, you transform the way you approach these moments. Instead of pushing you apart, challenges can bring you closer, creating a dynamic of collaboration and support. Consider a situation where miscommunication leads to an argument. At first, it might feel frustrating and even disheartening. But within that disagreement lies the chance to address unspoken needs or clarify expectations. It's not the conflict itself that weakens a relationship, but the refusal to engage with it constructively. By leaning into the discomfort with empathy and openness, you create a dialogue that builds mutual understanding and trust. Challenges also encourage vulnerability, a cornerstone of emotional intimacy. When you face adversity together, you reveal parts of yourself that might otherwise remain hidden: fears, insecurities, and hopes. Sharing these with your partner fosters a deeper connection, showing that you trust them not only in moments of joy, but also in times of struggle. In turn, your partner's willingness to stand beside you strengthens your sense of security within the relationship. Moreover, challenges offer valuable lessons about each other's strengths and weaknesses. Perhaps a financial setback reveals your partner's incredible resourcefulness, or a stressful situation highlights their capacity for calm under pressure. These insights deepen your appreciation for each other, reminding you why you chose to navigate life together. This approach doesn't mean ignoring the pain or difficulty of the moment. Stoicism doesn't ask us to suppress our emotions, but to face them with courage and purpose. Acknowledge the difficulty, but then redirect your energy toward finding solutions and supporting one another. By doing so, you model a partnership built not on avoidance, but on resilience and shared growth. External pressures, too, can be reframed as opportunities. Whether it's a demanding job, family obligations, or unexpected life events, these challenges can teach you how to prioritize your relationship amidst the chaos. They invite you to establish boundaries, practice gratitude for the moments you do share, and celebrate small victories together. Each hurdle becomes a reminder of your capacity to endure and thrive as a team. Adopting this perspective doesn't eliminate challenges, but it fundamentally changes how you experience them. Instead of dreading conflict or adversity, you begin to see them as necessary components of a meaningful relationship. They shape and refine your bond, much like pressure transforms coal into a diamond. So the next time you find yourself in a moment of difficulty, pause and ask, what can we learn from this? How can we emerge stronger, more connected, and more in tune with each other's needs? By seeing challenges as opportunities, you not only grow as individuals, but also strengthen the partnership you share, creating a love that endures not despite adversity, but because of it. 5. Cultivate empathy over judgment. It's easy, almost instinctive, to judge our partner's actions when they don't align with our expectations. A missed text, a sharp tone, or a forgotten task can quickly lead to feelings of frustration or hurt. But how often do we pause to truly understand what might be driving their behavior? Stoicism teaches us to step back, look beyond surface actions, and approach our loved ones with empathy rather than judgment. As Seneca so wisely put it, show patience to others, for everyone is fighting a hard battle. This perspective reminds us that our partner's actions are rarely just about us. Perhaps they seem irritable because of a stressful day at work, or they're distant because they're grappling with something they haven't yet shared. By shifting from judgment to curiosity, we open the door to deeper understanding and connection. Imagine a scenario where your partner snaps at you unexpectedly. The immediate reaction might be to feel hurt or to retaliate with anger. But what if, instead, you paused and considered what might they be going through right now? This simple shift in perspective changes the dynamic entirely. Instead of escalating the situation, you might gently ask, "Are you okay? Is there something on your mind?" This act of compassion can transform a moment of tension into one of support. Cultivating empathy in relationships means recognizing that your partner is as complex and human as you are. They have their own fears, stresses, and insecurities, many of which may have nothing to do with you. When you approach them with this understanding, you create a safe space where they feel seen and valued for who they are, not just how they show up in the moment. This practice also fosters trust. When your partner knows they won't be judged for a bad day or a less than perfect response, they're more likely to open up about their struggles. This openness strengthens your bond, allowing you to navigate challenges together rather than feeling isolated in your experiences. Empathy doesn't mean excusing hurtful behavior. If your partner's actions cross boundaries or cause harm, it's important to address them with honesty and clarity. But even in these moments, leading with empathy can help you approach the conversation constructively. Instead of saying, "Why are you always so rude?" you might say, "I noticed you've seemed upset lately, and I'd like to understand what's going on." This approach invites dialogue rather than defensiveness, making it more likely that you'll find resolution together. Practicing empathy also involves self-reflection. When you feel triggered by your partner's actions, ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? Sometimes our judgments are more about our own insecurities or past experiences than the present situation. By acknowledging this, you can approach your partner with greater emotional clarity and focus on understanding their perspective instead of projecting your own fears onto them. Over time, this shift from judgment to empathy transforms not only your relationship but also your inner world. You become less reactive, more patient, and more attuned to the humanity of those around you. This doesn't just benefit your partner, it enriches your own emotional resilience and capacity for connection. The next time you find yourself judging your partner's behavior, take a moment to pause, breathe, reflect on the unseen battles they might be facing. Ask them questions with genuine curiosity rather than assumptions. In doing so, you nurture an environment of love, understanding, and trust, a space where both of you can grow, heal, and thrive together. 6. Let go of the illusion of control. Relationships often stumble when one or both partners fall into the trap of micromanagement, the need to control every detail, every decision, and every interaction. While this may stem from a desire to help or improve the relationship, it often has the opposite effect, leading to tension, resentment, and a sense of suffocation. Stoicism offers a liberating alternative, the practice of letting go of control and focusing on what truly matters. Epictetus reminds us, some things are within our power, while others are not. This simple yet profound principle is a cornerstone of emotional freedom. In relationships, it means recognizing that your partner's choices, feelings, and behaviors are theirs alone to own. No amount of persuasion, criticism, or micromanagement can force someone to change in a meaningful or lasting way. What you can control, however, is your own mindset, actions, and approach to the relationship. Trying to control your partner often arises from fear of being hurt, of the relationship failing, or of not being enough. But in reality, this attempt at control undermines the trust and respect that a healthy partnership requires. When you try to dictate how your partner behaves or makes decisions, you unintentionally send a message that they are not capable or trustworthy. Over time, this can erode their confidence and foster resentment, creating a rift where intimacy and understanding should grow. Instead of striving to control your partner, focus on supporting their autonomy. This means embracing them as a unique individual with their own thoughts, feelings, and choices. It means recognizing that their way of approaching life, while different from yours, is equally valid. By respecting their independence, you create a space where both of you feel valued and free to be yourselves. Letting go of control doesn't mean apathy or indifference. It's not about stepping back and leaving everything to chance. Instead, it's about shifting from a mindset of control to one of collaboration. For example, if your partner has a habit that frustrates you, instead of trying to change it directly, you might discuss how it affects you and explore solutions together. This approach fosters mutual respect and problem solving, rather than creating a dynamic of resistance or defensiveness. Consider how liberating it would feel to let go of the constant need to manage every aspect of your relationship. Without the weight of trying to control your partner, you free yourself to focus on what you can influence: your own actions, your communication, and your ability to create a nurturing environment. This shift not only reduces stress, but also deepens the connection between you and your partner, as you both feel free to grow and thrive as individuals. Moreover, letting go of control allows you to appreciate your partner for who they truly are, not who you think they should be. It encourages you to celebrate their strengths, embrace their quirks, and support their growth on their own terms. This acceptance builds a relationship rooted in trust, where both partners feel seen and respected. In relinquishing control, you also learn to trust the natural flow of the relationship. Not every moment needs to be planned. Not every outcome needs to be predicted. Sometimes the most beautiful aspects of love arise when you least expect them, when you allow the relationship to evolve organically, without trying to steer it toward a specific destination. The next time you feel the urge to micromanage or control your partner, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this truly within my power? Am I acting out of fear, or can I approach this with trust and understanding? By choosing to let go, you invite more peace, freedom, and authenticity into your relationship, laying the foundation for mutual growth and lasting happiness. 7. Practice generosity and gratitude in the tapestry of love. It's not the grand gestures that form the foundation of a strong relationship, but the quiet, consistent threads of generosity and gratitude. Stoicism, with its emphasis on living harmoniously with others, celebrates the profound joy of contributing to the well-being of those we love. This philosophy reminds us that true love is built on the everyday acts of kindness and appreciation that keep the connection alive and thriving. Generosity in relationships doesn't require expensive gifts or elaborate plans. It's found in the small, intentional actions that demonstrate care and consideration, a sincere compliment when your partner least expects it, the patience to listen fully when they share their thoughts, or the willingness to take on a task to lighten their load. These gestures, while seemingly simple, are powerful expressions of love that communicate, I see you, I value you, and I want to make your life brighter. Think about the last time your partner did something kind for you. Perhaps they brought you your favorite snack after a long day, or offered a warm hug when words weren't enough. These moments of quiet generosity likely left a lasting impression, not because of their grandeur, but because they felt deeply personal and thoughtful. By practicing this same approach, you create an atmosphere where love feels tangible and ever-present. Equally vital is the practice of gratitude. It's easy, especially in long-term relationships, to focus on what's missing or to take your partner's efforts for granted. But Stoicism teaches us to shift our perspective, to recognize and cherish the good that's already present. Reflect on what you appreciate about your partner: their sense of humor, their resilience, the way they always remember how you take your coffee, and make it a point to express that gratitude often. Gratitude isn't just about making your partner feel valued, it's also transformative for you. By focusing on the positive aspects of your relationship, you naturally shift away from dissatisfaction and toward fulfillment. This creates a positive feedback loop where appreciation fuels connection, and connection fuels appreciation. Over time, this habit of gratitude deepens your bond and strengthens the foundation of your love. Generosity and gratitude are also antidotes to common relationship challenges. When conflicts arise, choosing generosity, by offering understanding instead of judgment, can de-escalate tension and pave the way for resolution. Similarly, gratitude can help you navigate moments of frustration by reminding you of your partner's positive qualities and the value they bring to your life. The beauty of these practices lies in their reciprocity. Acts of kindness and expressions of gratitude often inspire your partner to respond in kind, creating a cycle of mutual care and appreciation. This dynamic doesn't just strengthen your relationship, it nurtures a sense of shared joy and purpose. Incorporating generosity and gratitude into your daily life doesn't require significant time or effort. It can be as simple as leaving a note of encouragement, thanking your partner for their support, or taking a moment to acknowledge something you admire about them. These small actions, when practiced consistently, build a reservoir of goodwill that sustains your relationship through both good times and challenges. As you reflect on your relationship, ask yourself, how can I show my partner that I care today? What do I appreciate about them that I haven't expressed recently? By weaving generosity and gratitude into your interactions, you not only enhance your connection, but also cultivate a love that is deeply fulfilling and enduring. Love, at its core, is a practice. And in the daily acts of giving and appreciating, you nurture a bond that grows stronger, more joyful, and more resilient with time. Through generosity and gratitude, you transform your relationship into a source of unwavering warmth, purpose, and happiness for both you and your partner. In the ever-shifting terrain of relationships, love can be as challenging as it is rewarding. It demands patience, understanding, and the courage to grow together. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, provides a guiding light, a roadmap to navigate love with resilience, compassion, and grace. Its principles remind us that love is not about perfection, control, or judgment, but about embracing the beauty of imperfection, focusing on our own actions, and choosing empathy over criticism. When we adopt a Stoic approach to love, we begin to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to strengthen our bond. Misunderstandings become moments to deepen communication. Differences in opinion become invitations to broaden our perspectives. Every difficulty becomes a chance to practice patience, understanding, and self-awareness. By shifting our mindset in this way, we cultivate a relationship rooted in growth, trust, and mutual respect. Next time you face a moment of tension in your relationship, take a step back and ask yourself, how can I approach this with wisdom and love? Can you pause before reacting, seek to understand rather than judge, or focus on what is within your control instead of what lies beyond it? These small but profound shifts can transform not only how you navigate conflict, but also how you connect with your partner on a deeper level. By embracing Stoic principles, accepting imperfection, practicing non-reaction, letting go of control, and fostering gratitude, you enhance your emotional resilience and create a partnership that is not only enduring but fulfilling. In doing so, you build a foundation for a love that thrives even amidst life's uncertainties, one that is characterized by purpose, peace, and profound connection. If these insights resonate with you, share them with your partner and start a conversation about building a Stoic-inspired relationship. Reflect together on how you can incorporate these principles into your daily interactions, creating a bond that is both strong and adaptable. And if you've found value in this exploration of Stoicism and love, let us know by commenting with "I choose love and wisdom." Thank you for joining us on this journey into the Stoic approach to love. Relationships, like life, are filled with challenges and opportunities for growth, and by embracing the wisdom of Stoicism, you can navigate love with resilience, empathy, and grace. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection or avoiding conflict, but about how we choose to show up for our partners and ourselves. By practicing acceptance, focusing on what you can control, and fostering gratitude, you create a partnership rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and lasting connection. If you found value in these insights, share this video with your loved ones and start a conversation about building a Stoic-inspired relationship. Let us know in the comments your biggest takeaway by typing "I choose love and wisdom." Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay connected with more transformative content. Together, let's continue to build relationships filled with purpose, peace, and profound connection. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.